So what's going on today? So we had a great hangout last week with Stacey Frazier. She cooked some tacos with her fiance, who she met on Google+. And this week we have photographers. I've met Michael, I've met Lotus, and Scott I've had a hangout with. I've not had the pleasure of meeting him.
I have my job here at SmugMug. It's the reason why I'm on Google+. Lotus is a big part of that because...
Oh, that's so cute. You, like, shoved me in there at the end.
Lotus is like, that's what I used to hear. Most people think that's what Lotus used to hear in her single life, but she still hears that. Even now.
No, it was. I got invited in my early days on Google+ to go to a photo walk, in which
I don't have the sound effects applause. I'm sorry. Were you waiting for that?
Which I know we're going to be talking about today. I got an invite to go to a photo walk in Death Valley, put on by Thomas Hawk and Lotus Carroll, and. Last minute.
Were there puppets? Because when you say put on, I'm thinking there was like a big show. And
no, there should have been, but there was a lot of fun, and it was a weekend photo walk, and that's where I first met Thomas Hawk, first met Lotus Carroll, Karen Hutton, a bunch of other people, a couple of really good friends of mine, Natalia.
There were a bunch of Googlers
Natalia Stone,
Ricardo Lagos, Vincent Mel, Dave Cohen.
It was a lot of fun. So, but from that's when I started really getting involved in Google+. And
did you ever have that photo walk atmosphere before that, or no?
No, that was my first one.
You lost your photo opportunity on Google+.
I did. In Death Valley with Lotus Carroll.
Boom!
I lost my virginity. Photo walk.
Was there pictures or didn't have?
Oh, there's pictures. No, it was a lot of fun, and then from that I got involved more and more and more, and then. One thing led to another, and
yada yada yada.
Yada yada yada. Got a great job.
You got an eye patch. Scott got an eye patch.
Yeah.
Cool. And what about you, Scott? So I met you on Google+ way back when you were doing all that photography and those prop photography. Well, I can't. You're wearing that still. I can't even talk about it. I can't even look at you. Really, I can't. Why are we all putting on Google effects?
I was just like, I heard the applause thing, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go find some stuff, and then I'm like, hey, check that out.
Well, because Lotus is like, screw you guys.
She's got like the.
Got
real stuff lying around here.
Real.
I have a jaunty cap.
My beard is not on right. Okay.
It's always nice when you can just adjust your beard.
And for those of you that don't know, Lotus is married to a musician who's going to play us a song now.
He's not even here. He left.
Oh, is he? Oh, he left to go.
He'll be back later.
Okay. I thought you were going to introduce your. What kind of music does your husband play?
Do you want to? For a living, his major thing that he does most of the time is country music. But he can do just about anything. He can play really great rock guitar, and he can play jazz and blues. He's an incredibly talented musician. He's one of those people who's definitely doing for a living what he was meant to do. He's this lucky guy who had a talent who, even without practicing, it's kind of just there kind of thing, And he's lucky that he's able to make money doing what his thing is.
Yeah, his job.
And I would also like to point out, Lotus has a hell of a voice herself.
Why, thank you, Michael.
Beautiful voice.
And then we need to hear more of that. See, that's something I wasn't aware of.
I'm going to tell you where to find it. Well, kind of. I'm going to suggest it, and then Lotus can tell you.
So, Lotus, did you post the song he's talking about on your Google Plus or Facebook or no?
I think that I've linked to it before, but I did it. I think I posted it on my blog years ago. A friend of mine does this holiday concert thing every year. He's a blogger, and so he gets all of his friends to sing holiday songs, and it's just kind of a fun thing. And so John and I did that 2 or 3 years ago, and we covered Baby It's Cold Outside, which was a lot of fun for us to do. And since we've done that, we've talked about doing other covers. In fact, this year we're going to do it again. We're going to do Winter Wonderland, and we're going to get Braden to join us. He's old enough to join in on it this year. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Sounds like a lot of fun. And so you like Christmas and Christmas time?
Who doesn't?
I like it okay. My people didn't let me celebrate it though.
Come on, you like presents. Shut up.
Gifts. What about music plays a big part of photography for you guys, right? Do you guys, when you're shooting or when you're editing, is there music that inspires you or that you must listen to when you're doing either one or not really?
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd. You're like the guy in the back of the concert. Pink Floyd!
Freebird!
Freebird! Stairway! Denied! Watchtower!
Yeah.
I listen to music a lot when I'm processing photos. Like
Does it affect the way you process, or?
Oh, it totally does. Music affects my mood entirely, definitely, and my mood affects the way I process something, what I'm thinking about. It affects the work, I think.
Birdside.
But then also, I will choose the music that also matches the mood I'm in, so it's kind of a two-way.
And Michael does the Pink Floyd. And Scott, what about you? I mean, sometimes you put music on when you're shooting in the studio.
All the time. Yeah. So most of the time when I'm shooting or when I'm doing my post processing, I'm an electronica trance type guy. So dead mouse and everything, anything that's basically making the bass roar. And I've got headphones that I wear. My wife gets annoyed with me because she can hear the bass. But in the studio, same thing. We put on trance and just turn up the volume and let it go. And I think that energy helps the shoots a lot. And then when I'm doing post processing, sometimes it's that, or it's the extreme opposite. I'll put classical on, and so anything between electronica and classical. I tend to not like words when I'm doing my post processing. I don't want to focus on the song. I don't want to sing along to the song. I just want music. So I tend to like that.
Words are bad.
I like that when I'm writing, but it's really. I'm sorry, Scott. What did you say?
Because just when I'm processing, I don't like the words. But if I'm like, my daughter and I went to go see Silver Sun Pickups this year. So we have Milwaukee has one of the largest music festivals. It is actually the largest music festival in the world. They've got like 20 some odd stages, and it goes for 11 days. So you go in, and you can walk out seeing 40 different acts that day, and it runs for 11 days. So we went to see like Silver Sun Pickups and some of the other groups that I like. I like alternative rock, so I've gotten her into some of that. And, but yeah, so I like music with words when I'm not doing this stuff.
You're like, I like your regular music when I'm not photography.
When I'm not focused on this.
So the words you find, the words are distracting for you, huh?
I think so.
Yeah.
I find I'm distracted by them when I'm writing, but not so much when I'm processing. So that's an interesting thing to hear.
Interesting. Well, the Bonocore, you've got Pink Floyd. So Pink Floyd, you got the Dark Side of the Moon on. You have plenty of time without words going on.
Oh yeah.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, no, more than Pink Floyd. I'm just a classic rock guy in general, but I usually do a lot of my processing late at night. I'm here at SmugMug working all day, and I actually sleep on this couch behind me every so often.
That explains a lot.
Yeah. But when I'm home and I'm editing photos, it's usually late at night, so I'm not, really in the mood. I like, a lot of harder rock too, but I'm not really in the mood for, something hard. I'm in the mood for something quiet.
That's what she said.
Slow. And that's what she said.
I was thinking that, but I was hoping Lotus would.
Yeah.
Lotus has filled a void for me tonight.
I'm always good for it.
Yeah,
That's
so I'll throw on some good soft Floyd and get cranking.
Cool. Well,
That's one place I've always
you want to go to Prague? Okay.
Prague.
And
This
so,
is my thermos, by the way. It's not
and
official.
before we wrap up, Mark, we talked about themes, we talked about locations. You can go back and watch it. There's Lotus's servant or husband or whatever she calls him.
Manslave.
The rock star. What does it say on his shirt? What is it?
Never and say hi.
What does it say on his shirt? Hey, dude.
The one with the most guitars wins.
That's true. That is correct. I agree.
Yeah.
Thank you, honey.
She bought me that
What's up,
shirt.
John?
Did she? Well, if you want to grab your guitar and play us out. No, I was kidding.
Yeah, while you were gone, he was
I'm
like,
gonna
and your
dance my way
husband
out.
is going to come play a song. And I was like, oh, he's gone. Sorry.
Baby, it's cold outside, is what she said.
Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in.
It was dark and creepy.
That's all I got. That's it. Yeah, I mean, Google, thank you for that.
Good job. Good job.
Yay!
That was brought to you by Brian Matias.
Brian Matias, yes. Brian Matias is like, you know what we need to do with photos on Google Plus? We need sound effects and Hangouts. That's what we need to do to improve.